Moonshiners. The discovery of a buzzworthy new flavor by Tim and Howard in the world of moonshine. Tradition runs deep. From the Appalachian hills to the rural backroads, it's a craft that's been passed down through generations. However, in recent years, the craft has evolved into something entirely new, thanks to two ambitious moonshiners, Tim and Howard. Known for their quirky approaches and creative experimentation, the duo has captivated the hearts of viewers on Moonshiners, the Discovery Channel show that chronicles the highs and lows of illegal and legal moonshine distilling. While the show primarily focuses on the secretive art of distilling high-proof alcohol in the backwoods, it's the personalities of the Moonshiners themselves that truly steal the show. Tim, with his precise and technical approach, and Howard, who brings a bit of wild unpredictability to the table, are an unlikely but highly effective pair. Together, they've pushed the boundaries of what's possible with moonshine, and their latest discovery is one that could very well change the world of spirits forever. The buzzworthy discovery. A flavor like no other. Tim and Howard's latest creation is nothing short of revolutionary. After months of experimenting with various fruits, grains, and even unconventional herbs and spices, they finally stumbled upon a flavor profile that promises to take the moonshine industry by storm. It's not just another flavored moonshine. It's a completely new kind of spirit that fuses the richness of tradition with the allure of something entirely modern and fresh. The base of the moonshine is a rich, smooth corn mash that provides the perfect canvas for what comes next. What truly sets this new flavor apart, though, is a mysterious combination of botanicals and fruits. While the exact recipe remains a closely guarded secret, Tim and Howard have hinted that the key ingredients include a mix of wild honey, citrus peel, and a few herbs native to the Appalachian Mountains. Ingredients that, when combined in just the right proportions, create a flavor that is both earthy and refreshing, with a subtle yet tantalizing sweetness. But the most fascinating aspect of this new moonshine is the experience it offers. When you take a sip, it's as if you've entered a new sensory world. The first note you taste is the crisp, slightly tart citrus, followed by a smooth, almost floral sweetness from the honey. As the spirit warms on your palate, the earthy undertones from the Appalachian herbs start to make their presence known, giving the whole experience a depth and complexity that moonshine enthusiasts have never tasted before. For Tim and Howard, this discovery was the result of years of trial and error. We wanted to create something that didn't just taste good, but something that would make people stop and say, "Wow, I've never had anything like this before," Tim explains. We're proud of our roots, but we also wanted to break free from the usual moonshine flavors. We wanted something that would be at home in a fancy cocktail bar or at a backyard barbecue. Howard, the more adventurous of the two, was the driving force behind this innovation. Moonshine has always been about pushing the limits, he says with a grin. So we started adding ingredients we've never tried before, things you wouldn't typically think to put in a jar of moonshine. There were some failures, of course, but that's the fun part. When we finally hit on this flavor, it felt like we found the Holy Grail. The process behind the discovery, the road to this new moonshine flavor, was anything but straightforward. As with all great innovations, Tim and Howard had to endure countless experiments before landing on the winning combination. Some of their early concoctions were downright bizarre, including a spicy batch that tasted more like hot sauce than alcohol. But Tim and Howard are no strangers to failure. It's part of the process. We've always been the kind of guys who aren't afraid to try new things, Tim says. But there were definitely some less than pleasant batches along the way. One of the more memorable mishaps was a batch that involved a mix of wildflowers and citrus fruit. The result? A spirit that smelled great but tasted like perfume. It was like drinking a bouquet, Howard laughs. Not exactly what we were going for. Despite the setbacks, the duo remained determined. Tim's precise distillation techniques and Howard's out-of-the-box thinking allowed them to narrow down the possibilities. After months of refining the recipe, they found the magic combination: wild honey, citrus, and Appalachian herbs. The key, they realized, was balance. It's all about getting the proportions just right, Tim explains. One wrong measurement, and you'll either overpower the flavor or lose it altogether. It took a lot of trial and error, but once we got it right, we knew we had something special. They also discovered that the aging, unlike some moonshine recipes that are meant to be consumed immediately, Tim and Howard found that their new creation improved significantly after being aged in barrels for a few months. The wood imparts a smoothness to the flavor, rounding out the sharp citrus notes and allowing the honey and herbs to fully develop. The Moonshiners' unique approach to marketing us with their distilling process, Tim and Howard's approach to marketing, is anything but conventional. They know that the success of their new moonshine isn't just about the flavor, it's about telling a story that resonates with people. In recent seasons of Moonshiners, Tim and Howard have embraced social media as a way to connect with fans. The duo has built a loyal following of people who love not just the craft of moonshining, but the personalities behind it. They've often shared behind-the-scenes footage of their experiments, giving fans a rare glimpse into their process. For their new flavor, they decided to take it one step further, engaging with their audience in a unique way. Rather than simply releasing the new moonshine on the market, Tim and Howard are taking a more interactive approach. They started a campaign called Taste the Future of Moonshine, inviting fans to participate in virtual tastings where they can ask questions, share their thoughts, and even suggest new flavor ideas. They've also partnered with bars and restaurants across the country to feature their new moonshine in exclusive cocktails, ensuring that the buzz around their product continues to build. But it's not just the fans who are excited about the new flavor. Industry insiders are taking notice as well. It's been a while since we've seen something truly innovative in the moonshine world, says Samantha Reeves, a spirits expert who's worked with several high-end distilleries. Tim and Howard have managed to create something that's not only delicious, but also speaks to a new generation of drinkers who want something different from the usual whiskey or vodka. A new era for moonshiners. Tim and Howard continue to refine their new creation. It's clear that their buzzworthy discovery is more than just a passing trend. It's a testament to the power of experimentation and creativity, qualities that have always been at the heart of moonshining. In the coming months, the duo plans to scale up production and bring their new flavor to even more fans. They're also exploring the possibility of expanding their line to include other innovative moonshine flavors, each with its own unique twist. For now, though, the duo is focused on perfecting their latest creation and sharing it with the world. As Tim says, we're just getting started. There's so much more to come. As the moonshine world waits in anticipation, one thing is for sure. With Tim and Howard leading the charge, this new flavor is bound to leave a lasting impact on the industry. Whether you're a seasoned moonshine enthusiast or a newcomer looking to try something new, the flavor of the future has arrived, and it's more exciting than ever. In the world of craft alcohol and spirited innovation, the phrase moonshine often conjures up images of traditional southern stills, rustic landscapes, and the rebellious spirit of the Prohibition era. But in 2025, the iconic show Moonshiners, airing on Discovery Channel, has flipped the script on what moonshine can be. The show's stars, Tim and Howard, have recently launched an audacious and buzzworthy new flavor that has taken the world of moonshine by storm: Starlight Citrus. Known for their innovative approaches to distilling, The duo's latest creation is a potent blend of tradition and wild experimentation that's sending shockwaves through the alcohol world. This groundbreaking flavor is the brainchild of Tim and Howard, who have long been synonymous with boundary-pushing ideas in the moonshine business. It blends the tried-and-true craft of illicit distilling with a bold twist of modern flavors that no one saw coming. But what makes Starlight Citrus so exciting, and why is it causing such a stir? Let's take a deeper look at how Tim and Howard are making history with their latest invention. The story behind the Starlight Citrus flavor. Tim and Howard's journey into moonshine making began years ago, with each of them bringing their own unique skill sets to the craft. Tim, with his sharp mechanical mind and practical distillation techniques, paired perfectly with Howard's creative flair and his ability to blend unexpected ingredients. Together, they've built a reputation for creating some of the most exciting and unexpected moonshine flavors in the business. But even by their standards, Starlight Citrus is something special. It all started during one of their regular late-night brainstorming sessions in the backwoods of their distillery. Tim was tinkering with a new still he had built, while Howard was experimenting with